Anyways, finish off what I was saying earlier. Basically, what was I saying earlier? I don't know, but what I was saying, I know I told y'all I was going to show you what I was able to, progressively do. I was able to get these lights up. As you can see, they going. You know what I mean? It's a nice little look, nice little look, nice little look. Nothing too much, nothing too little. You know what I mean? We just doing it, making it do what it do. We just making it do a little bit what it do. Excuse my scruffiness. It's my house. Look how I want to look here. So happy I can say stuff like that now. But yeah, to all my loved ones out there, keep pressing forward. If you're trying to join a winning team, DM me. Let me know. You know what I mean? Let me know if you're trying to join the winning team. That's all I'm trying to figure out is I'm putting together my tribe now. At this point, I'm putting together what it is that I want to see in the world, and I want a team to get that going with me. Like it's easier. With more hands on deck, I can get more things done. We can get more things done. So as long as we got the same goals in mind and things like that, hit your boy up. Let your boy know, that you trying to make a change. You're trying to do something, a little different. Nothing too strange for a little change. But if you got to do something a little strange, it's gonna be something pertaining to God automatically. Um, and that's basically it. I'm gonna put up a little video showing the other lights I was able to put up in my living room, things like that. I showed my little bit of furniture I was able to accumulate so far, and I'm still taking donations. I'm still taking, not taking. I'm still happy to get donations. They're still very necessary and useful, especially while I'm doing this transition into learning how to budget. I just got my first gas bill. I just got my first light bill. So those things I'm really trying to make sure I can handle and get. Everybody always the first thing y'all want to say is, "Oh, well, go out and get a job." If I go out and get a job, that means that my rent will be more, and I still will need to figure out how to budget. It's still going to lead me right back to the same little bit of a situation. But thankfully, my caseworker, Miss Ivana, has gracefully, she's I know she get paid to work with me, but at the same time, she's going above and beyond. Thankfully, um, I feel at this point right now, everything can change, anything can change, but I'm just thankful for at this point right now that we've been able to build a rapport, and I can talk to her and at least tell her what it is I need work on. Like I need work on socializing. I haven't had to socialize for the past 5 years. I haven't had to go around people really for the past 5 years. The people that I did go around were criminals, so therefore I learned how to be around criminals. So trying to be around y'all that's not criminals is a little bit different, obviously. So that's what we working on, budgeting and learn how to pay bills, learn how to keep your housing in order. Everything that some of y'all been doing since you were 15 and 16, that's what I'm learning how to do now at 32. Um, and a lot of people would say, "Well, I had already taught you that, and you already knew." No, I didn't. I'm telling you right now, I didn't. I really don't care whether you take it for truth or not. It's my truth. It might not be your truth, but it's my truth. Um, so if you feel like donating, if you feel like helping out, thank you. Especially with this being the first month of bills. Yeah. I know everybody is kind of like, well, Christmas just passed, blah, 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 blah. That's for sure. I'm not forcing you. I'm not twisting your arm and telling you you have to help me or nothing like that. It's beneficial even if you just pray for me. You know what I mean? I don't mean pray on me. Pray for me. That I end up getting the type of budgeting and the type of help that I actually need so that I can sustain. I think that's the biggest thing. A lot of us sometimes we can get things, but we can't sustain it. And I'm wanting to learn, and I'm willing to learn how to sustain it. And that's what my caseworker pretty much is here for. That's what my therapist has been here for. Shouts out to my therapist. She been rocking with me almost going on 7 years. She ain't left me yet. She ain't decided that I was too crazy yet. She ain't told me nothing like, you know what? I'm glad that you believe in God and that's cool, but you just too eccentric for me. So shouts out to the people on some real life stuff that's been rocking with me, not judging me. That's just been rocking with me. They've been listening to my phone calls. They've been listening to me cry. They done heard me, break down and really, break down where I, like I'm when I was in my story, my Job era. You know what I mean? Like really breaking down, asking God why He forsake me and stuff like that. Um, and there's a lot of us, that we've had that era. We just don't want to admit it. That's all right. Um, as I've been saying to people, if you manifesting or you assume that you manifesting something and you've been manifesting the same thing for years and everything that you keep it's obvious that the universe is telling you that is not for you. Then take the universe's advice and realize that if it's something that's not for you, there's going to be something that is for you that's even greater than what you thought. It's going to be even greater than what you could have fathomed, because our brain sometimes can only fathom what we've learned on this plane. But imagine somebody's brain or somebody's spirit like God's who's interdimensional, who's been here, there, nowhere, and everywhere at the same time. The gift and the blessing that He can bestow upon you is going to be greater than what you can ever think of. Even when I was trying to get this place in this apartment, the first time I was manifesting, to be honest with y'all, first time I was manifesting, I did not manifest me to be in a place not in an apartment complex. I just knew that I wanted to be somewhere that had white pillars in the front, like in the southern times, those little white pillars they used to have in front of the slave houses. I don't know why. I probably was a slave in my past life, and I just loved those houses. Um, but that was pretty much all I had manifested. That's all I could see was a room and some nice white pillars in the front. I didn't, explain or, add to God that I don't want to have to go up 6 flights of stairs, Lord. I don't want to be somewhere where there's criminals, Lord. I don't want to be somewhere where I'm unsafe, Father God. I don't want to be somewhere where my kids are unsafe, Father God. I don't want to be somewhere where there's roaches, rats, and ravens, Father God. I did not sit and specifically go through the things that I wanted and did not want. I told God what I wanted, and He delivered. Now, everything that I left out, He left it out too. Okay? He said, ask and you shall receive. But if you think so small of yourself, that you only put yourself in a small, minuscule little box, then don't think that our Father is going to force you and be in something that you don't even feel like you're ready for yourself. If I don't feel like I'm ready to be in a mansion and all I keep manifesting is these type of little small little duplexes, then it behooves me at the end of the year to keep asking God, I'm manifesting, I wanted a mansion and da 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 da, when I know secretly I'm not. Everybody always want to say, well, I'm trying to be rich and I'm trying to be this. But God is trying to show you that you're not ready. You want it, but you're not ready for it. You don't even know what to do with it when you get it. A lot of us don't know what to do with a blessing when we get it. So we lose it. So I'm trying to manifest the next. Um, I've had a lot of people coming into my life, a lot of women. Look, y'all, a lot of women coming into my life explaining that I should be reaching out to my daughter and this and that and another. I understand that is the feminine aspect of the situation. But I need people to understand that out of 5 years, I have not once went one day without thinking about my daughter. Out of 5 years. Now, what I will not do is, and as I explained to my caseworker, I will not let somebody just diminish me or hold something above me like the universe holds something against me and keep me in my bed depressed all day either anymore. I did that for the first 2 years. Asking myself, why? Why? I love that little girl. Why? That wasn't the first kid that I've had to take care of for somebody. But it was the first time that I was like, oh, okay, you know what? I'm cool with being somebody's daddy. I'm cool with trying to be a better father than my father was to me. I'm cool with being the representation of what it was that I wish I would have saw growing up in general, from any father figure in general. And so, as I've been explaining to people, not only did it take me time to just be able to go through my day, but it took time for me to start climbing out of that hole. And the way my emotions and stuff are now, it's not like climbing out of a hole and I'm just crying and boo-hooing all night and stuff like that. No, it was a deep, dark hole. A deep, dark, I want to hurt anybody. I will hurt anybody. Please, everybody, leave me the hell alone because you're not even trying to help me go see my daughter. Nobody came to my aid about the situation to even discuss with my ex anything. Hey, this is how he's seeing it. This is probably how you seeing it. Maybe y'all should try to see it like this. Everybody in our black communities are so comfortable with repeating generational curses that you guys do it subconsciously. You do it subconsciously, and sometimes you guys do it consciously. And I remember the conversations I was having with said person in the past and them telling me that it would be okay for us to just co-parent. Now looking back at it, would I probably have done some things different? Probably. More than likely. I would have already, if I can go back and know what I know now, okay, I would definitely have done things different. I would have made sure that as soon as that red flag came up, I would have found somewhere that I could have just co-parented my daughter with said person. I would have moved out right then and there. I would have tried to find somewhere to move. Instead of me having to purchase a van, I would have been able to purchase an apartment. I would have probably been able to figure out the voucher situation instead of being comfortable. But like I keep saying, sometimes you have to get uncomfortable in comfortable situations for you to really realize it's not meant for you. It is not meant for you, and you're forcing it. And I was really forcing it. So, it's not that I've lost any love for my daughter. I will never lose love for my daughter. That's my no fire. But what I will not also do is repeat what was done to me as a child and what was given to me as trauma. I will not repeat it. I will not repeat it. It does not mean that it will. Somebody will. That doesn't mean that the next person won't give her trauma. That is true. You are very correct. Thank you for bringing up some negativity. But what it means for me is my name is not signed on it. Your name means something at the end of the day when you get to heaven. Your name means something at the end of the day before you lay down. Your name and your word means something to somebody, to something. And I had always said that I did not want to be a replica of my father. I might look like my father. But I will attempt to be the best version of what he wished he could have been. I will be what I choose to be. Not because of what you did in your past, but because I want my future to be better than what I'm seeing you got. Another thing, got to talk to somebody from one of my churches. And it's funny how when you go back, and I'm gonna do this on another video. This was just a random one. It was really supposed to be connected to another one that I already did, but listen, baby, I ain't about to do all that editing. But when I was able to speak to somebody that went to the church that I went to, and when we finally got to sit and have a conversation, and I got to ask them, what did they see? What did you see growing up in that church, in that heavenly place of God? And for us to both come to the conclusion that we saw a bunch of sinners running around the sinners was leading the sinners. Was nobody's holy and sanctified. Was nobody holy and sanctified. Everybody was fucking each other. Everybody was sucking on each other. Everybody was talking about each other. And I hope everybody knows that went to that church. Karma ain't nothing to play with when you got children involved. Now I see why some people try to pretend like they were all holier than thou. But you can pretend all you want that you a sheep. But God gonna show the fact that you a wolf in sheep's clothing. There's a difference. Big difference, baby. When your foundation is built up on bullshit, I don't care how big you build that castle, you gonna still smell shit every day that you open your windows. And if y'all be wanting to join me on my lives, let me know. Message me, comment down below, and I will message you and let you know which live I'll be going on and at what time. But trust me, it's a lot of us that got foundations built up on donkey shit. You done built the foundation, and I don't mean the way the Africans do it where it don't smell, baby. You done put some wet boo-boo on the bottom of your foundation, like walking in some shit on the bottom of your shoe, and you wondering why everywhere you turn, it stink. I was wondering why my whole childhood, my dad just couldn't seem to just keep a home. I'm trying to figure out, not that that makes any difference of anything. That was just how his generational curse was coming out. But it's a lot of y'all. It's a lot of people in this world who done built their whole entire foundation, baby, on shit. And when I say built your whole foundation, I mean all your life. You just kept building on top of that shit. You knew the shit was there. And at any moment in time, you could have just stopped and went ahead and dealt with that. But instead, you chose to not only build on top of shit, but bring some other people in to try to build on top of the shit too. Mm-hmm. See, now I'm getting old enough to where I know I can see everything for how it is. I'll talk how I want to talk. I'll spit my game how I want to spit my game and wish that somebody would come in here and tell me any different. I'm getting to that age. Not even getting to that age. I'm at that age. My birthday is next month, bitch. I'm about to have my Jesus year. You think I ain't about to? You think I ain't about to pop my shit like him? That's why I'm not for everybody. I'm not meant to be around everybody, and not everybody is meant for everybody. It's somebody listening to this right now, and you need to hear this message. The people you keep trying to go around, the people you keep trying to hang out with, the people you keep inviting into your life is not the person you need to be around. And there's a reason why every time y'all trying to hook up or something like that, something just go wrong. Like I said, you build a foundation on shit. Everywhere you turn, you're going to smell some dookie. Amen. You keep building on it long enough, you're going to smell some dookie. But that's basically it today, y'all. I'm about to hop on off. Go ahead and try to relax. And I have to get mentally ready for tonight. I'm going live. I've been going live with these people, like I said, for about 2 weeks now. And it is really cool to be able to just vent. I tell them all the time, I thank y'all for just being my internet family, because family, blood will judge you. Blood will judge you quicker than a stranger will judge you. A stranger might want to sit down and find out, so why do you wear diapers on your head? I just want to know. You know what I mean? Whereas, your uncles and your mamas and stuff, bitch, you looking dumb. Okay? They don't even care about why you doing it. Well, the doctor is the one who told me to do it. They thinking you out here acting willy-nilly. But I just appreciate them for being there and allowing me to vent and talk without any judgmental words being said. Sometimes somebody just needs to talk and hear you get it out. I told them last night the story about how my cousin came to the conclusion of committing suicide and how much that had, like, it really bothered me back when it happened. And the person that I was with didn't help me heal through it or anything like that. But I was explaining to them, and me talking to them and going back over it and saying it and remembering it. I was like, because when it happened, I couldn't even say the sentence like how I just said it. Like my cousin committed suicide. I could not, for the life of me. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to figure out why my cat keeps doing weird stuff. But I couldn't, for the life of me, just get it out. I know the girl that I was with, well, what's wrong with you? You acting crazy. You just sitting over there crying. And I just couldn't say and get the sentence to come together. It was like the worst brain fart I probably could have ever had in my life. Because in my mind, I was like, as soon as I say it, it's going to be real. But if I just don't say it, maybe somebody will call me and say, oh, we got it wrong. We thought it was him, but it was someone else or something like that. So like I tell them always, Treat the people that's loving on you correctly. Treat them how they're treating you and give them the proper love that they deserve. Because a lot of people, I say you guys, but it don't it's whoever. A lot of people take love for granted. A lot of people don't woke up with love in such a way every fucking day that you've forgotten what it feels like to not have it. And we get to the end of the video, so here we go. In the next coming of days, everything that has been taken for granted, you're going to find out why you should not have been taking it for granted. And I mean this for whoever the shoe fits. If the shoe fits, wear it. If it does not, don't. When we do things like take things for granted, especially things like love, love is the most powerful thing in the world because we give it that power. Pay attention to what I'm saying. Words are power, right? But the word does not have any power unless it has been given that power, that authority. There's some people that, the word stop. Okay? To some, you just write on a piece of paper, S-T-O-P. It's just a word. But the power given behind that word, if a police officer is telling you to stop, you stop. If your parent tells you to stop, you stop. It's not because of the word, it's because of the power behind the word. It's not necessarily the person. It could be any police officer. It could be a short little police officer girl, and she still tell you to stop. There's authority behind that word, right? So when we take things for granted like love, we start to absorb the power that we've already given it. And that's why a lot of times people say, I love you. But there's no real grasp. There's no meaning behind it. There's no sustenance. The word has just now become a word. That's why you guys have everybody just getting pregnant, doing whatever they want. Love is not in the bed anymore when people are love making. They just making. Pay attention. They're just making at that point, which equals to mating. Mating like animals. There's no love there. We're just mating. We're just making a baby and going to continue this trauma back and back. The word love did not start being diminished just now in my generation. This has been an ongoing war for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of galaxies. That is the war that you guys call spiritual warfare. When you don't feel love, don't you feel like you're in the middle of some spiritual warfare? Because of the authority behind the word, love is of God. Love is God. But you guys are starting to absorb and retract the power that it was already given. That's why we have what we have going on now. When you take the power from something, it becomes nothing. But even the word nothing has power. Even nothing. You mean nothing to me. You get nothing for Christmas. It has power. It has sustenance. But now the word love, I love you. I love those shoes. Shit, y'all done got so comfortable, everybody don't even spell out L-O-V-E. It's L-U-V. We're taking out power. Okay? I'm going to leave y'all with that lesson today. Hope you go forth. May the doers and the hearers of his word be able to get through this next stage, baby. And if you can't get through the next stage by yourself, please find your tribe. Deuces.